think about you, I touch myself.
Apparently, and I'm totally not making this up, May is Masturbation Month. When I heard this, I felt like I had to touch on it. Comment on for my vlog. Because I think it's important for my viewers to know these sorts of things. For those of you who do not know, masturbation is the art of self-gratification. Now, how in the world did May become to be Masturbation Month? In May 1995, a San Francisco sex toy and educational shop called Good Vibrations declared May to be Masturbation Month. If you think about it, May does make sense because spring has sprung, and it was just the other day that my dad told me that he saw two raccoons going at it, doing the deed, mating. So love is in the air, and why not self-love? In my vlogs and vlogs, I often touch on how you need to love yourself in order to love other people, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that that extends to the body love. Now, I'm not gonna go into too many details because I consider this an all-age environment, even though I think I've probably already crossed the line by just simply mentioning that May is Masturbation Month, but oh well. Another self-gratification event that does happen in May is the Masturbate-a-thon. This was originated by the collective Open Enterprises, which actually runs Good Vibrations. For this event, founder of the Babe in Toyland toy shop, Rachel Venning, coined the slogan, "Come for a cause." But the whole idea is to break down the stigma that masturbating is dirty, and they are great public health education devices which increase awareness of self-pleasure, which actually helps for safer and healthier sex. Okay, so Masturbation Month originated in the US, but that doesn't mean other countries haven't latched on to the idea. For example, in 2006, London hosted Europe's very first Masturbate-a-thon. This was, in fact, called a wank-a-thon over there, and hundreds of people raised money for all sorts of charities. So now that we know that there's a Masturbation Month and Masturbate-a-thons, or wank-a-thons for those over the pond, what else is there? Here's the thing about masturbation. It's one of those hobbies that people don't really talk about. Now, I understand people's need for privacy, and I'm not gonna go talking about my techniques or what I do or how often I do it, because really no one needs to know that. What bothers me is the bad rap that masturbation gets. It's considered a sin. Women who do it are filthy. Men who do it are dirty wankers. And even at a very young age, kids are told not to touch themselves. Now, I can understand reinforcing not touching yourself in public, because there's certainly a time and a place that is appropriate for, you know, self-gratification. In school, no. At work, But in the privacy of your own bedroom, why not? The truth is, masturbation, it's been around for a very long time. I mean, there's depictions on prehistoric rock that show male masturbation. And let me just say, I think that they embellished a little bit on those. Just a little bit. Images and references are all throughout history, from the Egyptians to the Greeks. And let's not forget the ancient Indian Hindu text, the Kama Sutra, which in fact explains in full detail the best ways to masturbate. So what happened? Why was this act so common and talked about in the past, where it was very prominent in art and writings and poetry, and now we never talk about it? When did we become so frigid? Now, I'm not saying that I want to see everybody talking about what they're doing in their bedrooms, because I most certainly do not. Personally, I just like to see the stigma of it being dirty and wrong erased. Is that too much to ask for? And while you're struggling through the week, all tired and worn out, working day in and day out, make sure that you set a little bit of time aside so that you can romance yourself. And I'm gonna wrap this up by saying I hope to see you all again next week for another edition of That Girl Tyson.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.
And in the words of Woody Allen, don't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone I love.